Hey, what's going on, good people? Welcome to another edition of This Brother Can't Fly. Now, believe it or not, I'm getting ready to go to the airport and do another flight lesson. Can you believe it? 2 weeks in a row. Definitely excited. But before we go, you know what time it is. Time for me to give my subscriber shout out. This subscriber shout out goes to my sister, Deborah Moore. Deborah Moore, thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for the support. I definitely appreciate it. People like you, Sister Deb, make all of this stuff possible. All right? So with that, let's go. Time to fly, baby.
Beautiful today, man.
Yeah. It's like the trick the cow taught me was put your seatbelt on before you close that door.
Yeah, I always put my seatbelt on.
Open 1/8.
No one's behind us.
Clear prop. Speak now for hold your peace. Alright, let's get this key. Of course. Of course.
There it goes.
Of course. I got it. Yeah. Of course I'll drop the damn key.
That's the black line.
Oh, okay.
Should be at least. All the way.
Okay, so this heading indicator compass. So my compass is 20. So this looks like this is off.
Yeah. And we're gonna need to line up again when we line up on the runway, but we're good to line this up. And then again, so we're gonna taxi to runway 6. So what we're gonna do is gonna check all these heading indicator compass, tracking properly, turn coordinator, ball things out in the turn. So all of these, right? This, and this. These three you're checking, right?
As we're taxiing.
So you can check these two right at the same time, right? So we're gonna turn to the left up there, right? To runway 6. So you wanna see this turn to the left.
Okay.
Okay? And it's nice and free, no glue. It's just nice tracking freely, right? This is gonna go to the left right here. The plane itself is gonna go to the left here, and the ball is gonna go opposite the way you return. So if we're turning left, the ball is gonna go right. Let me know if you want to make this call. You
I forget what. So
we would say wings traffic, Cessna 901 Quebec Sierra or Skyhawk 901 Quebec Sierra is at the upper ramp taxiing to runway 6.
Okay, gotcha.
Wings.
I gotcha. Wingsfield, Cessna 901 Quebec Sierra at the ramp taxiing to runway 6. Wings.
Perfect.
You're
clear on the right here.
Over Robbinsville, going to be doing the procedure turn.
Good. So now you're looking right. This is turning in the right direction. That's left. The ball's opposite.
Ball's opposite.
And this is turning in the right direction as well.
Everything is correct. Until we get up there, of course.
That's the only check where your eyes should be like not looking outside. You know?
Gotcha.
So you want to take it nice and slow, and because when you're taxiing, your only priority is taxiing, right?
Right.
Well, when you're on the ground, a lot more things can go wrong rather than when you're in the air. I mean, not a lot more things, but there's a lot more variables in place when you're on the ground. There's other people, there's other traffic, there's animals. So you need to be really focused on what you're doing.
Because that's where you get those runway incursions, basically.
Yep, those runway incursions. So that's really one of the biggest problems in aviation is runway incursions. So it's important that we talk about it and understand how to avoid coming anywhere near an incursion itself. So like this is where you get that stereo cockpit rule and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
So in critical phases of flight, taxiing is a critical phase of flight. Taking off, landing, all is a critical phase of flight. Obviously, we're going to be talking because I'm teaching you. And you could do this call too, so you want to try and do the call without me telling you what it is. We're going to go to the north.
Okay.
So this is the first time I'm actually practicing radio calls, and as you're about to see, I fumbled this radio call badly.
Okay, so I would think the call would be Wingsfield, Cessna 901 Quebec Sierra, taking runway 6 to the to the north.
Yeah, so it's where you are. So
Okay.
wings field, who you are, Cessna 901 Quebec Sierra. What are you doing? So we're taking off runway 6, departing to the north.
Okay.
Okay, and then say it again where you are, wings. So it's wings traffic, Cessna 901 Quebec Sierra is departing runway 6, departing to the north.
Gotcha. Wingsfield, Quebec, Sierra, 901 Quebec Sierra, about to take runway 6, heading to the north, wings.
That's fine. Now everyone fumbles a little bit. All right, make sure so before you do this, so make sure you do these things. So I want to go mixture rich, flaps are up, fuel selectors on both, flaps set for takeoff, strobe light, landing light on.
Okay.
And we're good. You can go.
All right, very good. Yep. And I don't see anybody there.
So as much as I fear taking off, I actually love it because it's like it's something that I get to do all on my own. I'm still not very coordinated in all of the different things, but it's definitely something I look forward to, believe it or not.
So line up here, let's stop here, let's line this up. So that should be good. We're good there.
Good. That's a little off, but all right.
There we were. Full power, off the brakes.
Off the brakes.
One thing about taking off, I always get so excited, but I'm trying to get better at coordinating. And one of the things I gotta get better at is rudder control. And you can see I kind of mess up here.
55, nice and smoothly rotate. A little too much right rudder there. A little too much.
Ooh.
No, not enough. So it's like a nice little gradual increase. So that's why I said not to put too much in.
Gotcha.
Because that'll happen. That's why I say leading it. You want to lead it because you know it'll turn to the right. I mean to the left.
Right.
So you need a little bit of right rudder in. But if you put too much in, that's what'll happen.
Gotcha.
You know?
Gotcha.
But we're good. We're climbing out here at 75. We're good here. You look back. We're still lined up with the runway. So we're good. And right about now, this pitch attitude is perfect right now for the climb.
Okay.
And we're gonna climb up to 1200 and then turn left to a north heading.
Okay.
I will say I'm starting to get more comfortable on the climb out and pitch attitude to get the right climb out and rate that way.
All right. Starting my turn.
That's why I try to focus on something every time I fly. This time I really tried to work my rudder control. I'm just going to try to get better at, left and right rudder. That's part of
You're
flying.
gonna climb up to 3000.
Okay.
Look at that smoke going straight up there on the.
I saw that
No wind up here, nice and smooth.
when I was parking the car. I saw that it was nice and smooth.
I guess that's not smoke, right? That's a cooling tower. So I guess
Exactly. So it's like
water.
steam.
Yeah. Because if it is smoke, it's concerning,
Exactly.
Sierra overflying midfield.
Oh.
The one thing I will say is that I definitely appreciate my CFI having a conversation with me, just normal conversation during the time that I'm flying. It really helps to calm my nerves, to really focus on my instruments, to almost like, okay, we're just having a nice fun flight here. And it feels like it keeps me from getting overloaded because there's definitely a lot going on, but it helps to talk.
And Millville traffic 346 Bravo Sierra will be crossing midfield, entering left downwind for 10 Millville.
Start with that.
Alright. So, do you remember how to get into slow flight?
Not really, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. So we did our clearing turns. Every maneuver starts with clearing turns. Then you're going to decide what configuration you're going to get into, right? So slow flight is done. Technically, you can do slow flight in any configuration, but we're going to do it in the landing configuration, right?
Right.
So first thing you want to do is mixture full rich.
Mixture full rich.
You want to make sure your fuel selectors on both. And
Fuel selectors on both.
Stuff is good. Now we want to bring our full flaps in, right? When you're doing this, important to stay at 4,500 because that'll help us slow down enough. We want to get to 5 to 10 knots above our stall speed, right?
Okay.
So you want to bring your power back to 1500. Out here, we're below 110. First notch of flaps in.
170 will be touching 1.
We're good.
First notch of flaps.
And staying at 4,500.
Okay.
And now we're in the white arc right here. We can bring all the flaps in now, slowly. There, and then you can bring the last one in. Now just staying at 4,500, start adding power now. Add power, oh, you need a lot of power.
Delaware Coast
Right about here is good.
is 2 miles east. We'll be entering a left, right down.
So
left down
if you stay at, so we have a little bit of extra airspeed, so we can pitch up a little bit to climb up a little bit.
Okay.
It's really important to stay. I guess we can't really pitch up that much, but this pitch attitude is good for a slow flight.
Okay.
We're about 50 knots. That's good. Yep, good trim. Good trim. And let's stay at 4,400.
We got an Archer on a base for any traffic.
Wings traffic, Sirius 4 Takeoff.
A little bit more power, I would say. Because we're still descending a little bit. Right?
Yeah.
So give me on this heading a climb back up to 4,500. So to use power for altitude. Pitch stays the same. Pitch stays the same, about 5 to 10 degrees. So right about here, but you add power, add power, add power. Don't really pitch up too much. Don't pitch up too much.
Okay.
Right, don't want to over pitch.
Gotcha.
Skyhawk turning
So right about here should be good. If you can keep the pitch around here the whole time, we should be okay.
Okay.
Staying at 270, but we're climbing. Get a climb going at 4,500.
Penridge traffic, Archer 3 Charlie Mike, turning final, runway 8, Penridge traffic.
Well, we got a climb, low climb going. We're not, no rush anywhere, right? We're turning a little bit to the left, so I want you to stay at 270.
Gotcha.
Crosswind, 12. Hey, 7 November, Juliet, it's going to be a left downwind departure out to the west, subside. Robbinsville traffic, White Seminole, right crosswind 29 Robbinsville.
So I actually learned something putting this video together and editing it. This whole exercise in terms of slow flight is preparing me to learn how to land the plane, because that's how you fly the plane, slow.
So mushy.
Yeah. We're still turning a little bit, right? We started at 270.
Yeah.
Now we're at 260.
Trenton Robbinsville advisory on the airport.
Alright, give me a left turn. Still at level off at 4,500 now.
Whatever you want to do, I'll set. And the traffic, here's entering a left downwind, runway 27 over the water tower.
Probably need a little bit more power
Right
still.
over you.
Alright. So let's talk about power off stall, right? Remember, do you remember that one?
I remember it, but I don't remember all of the. So it was.
It's all good. We only did it once. Don't worry about it. I'll explain it again.
Okay.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get the plane into. So we're in the right configuration right now. We're in the landing configuration. We were doing clearing turns this whole time. No one's near us. So
5 miles to the west.
we're gonna get our plane into a landing attitude, right? So a nice little descent, coming down to like 500 feet per minute, maybe just a descent at 65 knots. Okay.
Okay.
And then once we get it stabilized, a stabilized nice descent, like we're coming into land, right? We're gonna go power idle, and then maintain whatever altitude we're at, right? So if we get a descent, we start to maintain 4,300, right?
Okay.
We maintain that altitude. Maintain that altitude until you stall. And do you remember how to recover from the stall?
Yeah, it's like pitch nose down.
Yeah, so reduce
Full
angle of
power.
attack is
Yeah.
really the word. So we pitch down
Okay.
and full power. And then we wait, pick up speed, then we can start pitching up again. First notch of flaps can come up right away. First notch right away. And then we want to get to 65 and a positive rate. 65 knots, positive rate. So positive rate up here, then you can bring up the rest of the flaps.
Gotcha.
Okay? And then we can level off and cruise, all right?
Gotcha.
So I can put that nose down a little bit. Sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah, get that nose down, like we're coming into land. Like we're coming into land. Take out a little bit of power. So we have 65 right here, nice and stable. So 4,400, man. Power idle. Maintain 4,400. Keeping it coordinated, you know, whatever the ball goes.
Robbinsville traffic.
Still maintain 4004. Pull back a little more. Pull back a little bit more.
To the east, Robbinsville.
More. Need a lot of pullback. You might need to fully back. More. There we go. Full power. Now enough speed. You start pitching up. First notch right away. And now 65 knots, right? 65 knots on positive rate. Oh yeah, all the way, yeah. If you need to get the speed up a little bit, bring that nose down a little bit to get to 65. But we have a positive rate, now 65, you can go flaps up. Good job. You want to go?
Alright, let me turn. I'm gonna start to the left first, because that seems to be a little easier.
Oh, look at that, though. They look nice.
Yeah, that is nice.
Watch out, you're a little bit too high. Don't pitch up yet. Don't pitch up yet. Here, let's go back. Start back on 090. Started pitching up a little too early there.
Okay.
Now we're already 100 feet too high.
Yeah.
Let's go back to 090. Actually, so we're going to use this lake right here. This reservoir or whatever.
Okay.
So it's what, 070 heading about there. So when you're coming around this, you'll see visually. So just to keep your eyes outside almost the whole time.
Okay.
Because now you have a visual point outside. Take a little bit of power out. Slow down. I'm gonna go take us down to 4,000 power cover.
Parallel taxiway, Somerset.
Good. Get out of here. So this is where you're gonna roll out on. Slow down a little bit. Pitch on again.
I can fish. York Julia out, turning base leg, runway 3.
Now you can go whenever you're ready.
Okay.
Don't pitch up in the beginning yet. Add a little bit of power. Just a little bit. Keep that roll coming in, Bang coming in. A little more bang.
Traffic, Seneca is 2 miles.
Now start pitching back. Pitch up. A little bit more bang. Right about here. It's a little too high out there. You look outside. Right here is good. Keep it right here. Keep it a little too low. Pull back. Coming on your heading. Start rolling out. Look at that lake out there. Don't let it balloon.
So again, the same thing happened this flight that happened last flight. My GoPro in the back died. That's the one that's connected to the headphones. And so I lost our ability to hear us talking to each other through our headphones. But I have the fix. I know what I need to do, and I actually bought the cord. So next time I fly, I'll be able to have our communication between us two the whole time. But suffice to say, what's happening now is I'm coming in for a landing, and my CFI is explaining to me, as you can see right now, what's about to happen. And I will say this is as close as I've gotten to land, but he, again took over, and rightly so, because one of the things that I had not connected, and again I did not connect until just now watching this video, believe it or not, is that whole stall exercise is to prepare me for learning how to land the plane. So I just kind of follow him as he lands, and I'll shut up so we can just watch the plane land. All right, back home. What a flight, exhausting. So try to do the steep turns again. As you can see during the flight, when I would turn to the left, pretty good. Turning to the right, I'm doing, but I learned to do riding motorcycles over the last 30 years to look into the turn. Works for motorcycles, airplanes not so much. So I gotta work on that, because I kept diving down to the ground every time I tried to do a steep turn to the right. So, but that's why you gotta put the hours in, gotta keep training, keep trying. So I'm on it, I'm on task, and I am going to get this thing right. So anyway, thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. I appreciate all the support that I've received thus far, all the people who have subscribed. And also, thank you, Captain Osho and Airway J, for your continued support, brothers. I really, really appreciate it. I really do. All right, Russ Kid, I'm out. Russ can fly. Deuces.